Jim Ross here with Eddie Bravo. Eddie, you got a phenomenal concept coming up on pay-per-view on Sunday, April 24th. A $50,000 prize goes to the man that can win a 16-man single elimination tournament. And this tournament is so unique that it's elite jiu-jitsu competition. But what I found so intriguing about this that you came up with is that it is a submission-only rules. In other words, all submissions are legal. There are no draws, no judges, thank God, and a possible big piece of cash for the winner of this thing. How did you come up with this idea, and why is this so much different, because it is, from other tournaments?
Well, first of all, I didn't come up with the submission-only format. It's actually what we do every day in the dojo in jiu-jitsu. When you go in sparring class, no one's keeping track of points. A point system. The point system is something that was come up with, in competition, but it has nothing to do with what jiu-jitsu is really about. Unfortunately, up until recently, most jiu-jitsu competitions have had a point system, and the point system really is what kept jiu-jitsu underground for so long. It was the point system itself. People fall in love with jiu-jitsu because they go to the jiu-jitsu class, they go to the dojo, and there's no points. You're just trying to submit each other, and people just fall in love with it. The art of trying to get to a grown man's position, put him in a position to submit him, to make him give up. The point system kills all that. It makes the submission not important, because if you're giving points for a takedown or a sweep or whatever, as soon as someone gets a couple points, they just relax. And the smart thing to do, really, in a points tournament is get a couple points and don't take any chances. The competitor wins, his team wins, his teammates win, and all that, but the audience loses. That's what's been keeping jiu-jitsu underground for so long. And it makes no sense, because jiu-jitsu is such a huge part of MMA and the UFC. The UFC was invented by jiu-jitsu practitioners.
Right.
It was basically a jiu-jitsu infomercial, really, the early UFCs. And it's a shame that, we got millions and millions of UFC fans, but when it comes to jiu-jitsu fans that support jiu-jitsu events, it's very, very, very tiny. So, and it's because of the point system.
I like the fact that you came up with this concept is, as you say, you take it from the dojos, now you're going to put it on TV, put it on pay-per-view. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it is Sunday, April 24th. Normal, you can go to your pay-per-view providers, as always. You can download the FITE, F-I-T-E, FITE TV app. If you got a smart device and Wi-Fi, you're in, and you can watch this pay-per-view on that night. It is, as you pointed out, Eddie, very fan-friendly. It is a TV product. It's a product made for television with these submissions, I think, and it's so easy to understand. Even if you don't know who the fighters are, the players are, you can understand the rules, right?
Absolutely, and it's a combination of things. We threw the point system out. It's a submission-only format. Basically, the only way to advance in the 16-man super tournament is to get a submission. If there's no submission in regulation, we go into overtime rounds, which are based on submissions. Your average jiu-jitsu tournament, if it's tied up on points and they go into an overtime situation, they start on their feet, and basically, generally, in overtime, the guy who has the best wrestler wins, because you start on your feet, and if a guy gets a takedown, the overtime rounds are generally really short. So it's overall, the guy with the better wrestler is going to win in overtime in point system. It doesn't work that way in my tournament, in EBI. Whoever has the best submission skills generally always wins, because we don't start standing in the overtime rounds. Each competitor gets a shot to submit. They each get a shot at their back. I start them right on their back. If they go into overtime, one competitor A gets on competitor B's back, puts both leg hooks in, and starts with an over-under, and we go until either he submits him or the guy escapes. If he submits him or he escapes, we go to the bottom half of that round. Now competitor B gets a shot at the back and gets a shot to submit competitor A. Obviously, if only one of them get a submission, then that guy wins and he moves on in the tournament. It's a 16-man tournament, winner take all. I designed the entire tournament based on entertainment value. The audience member was all I had in mind is what can we do to take this beautiful art of jiu-jitsu and turn it into an exciting sport that's, it should be a global smash. Jiu-jitsu should be huge. It should be everywhere. Unfortunately, the only way people could see jiu-jitsu before in a competition setting is with the point system. So that's changed now. So it's a combination of a few things. It's the submission-only format, my overtime format, and the fact that it's one 16-man tournament. You see each fight one at a time. It's just like UFC 2. Nobody knew any of those competitors in UFC 2. All you knew was the style that this guy represented. We knew about Kung Fu. We knew about karate, but anything about these guys at all. They were all complete unknowns. Even Royce Gracie was unknown. Most people didn't even see UFC 1. UFC 2 was the only 16-man tournament. And, man, by the end of that, by the finals, you knew exactly who Royce was, and you knew who Patrick Smith was on the other side.
Absolutely, yeah. I remember watching UFC 1 in '93 and UFC 2. I was there from the beginning because I was just intrigued by it. It was a new sport. It was something new. But you're right about the jiu-jitsu. The other thing about this, the literature that I thought really was making it fan friendly, was that the weight. Explain the weight classes, and that we're going to see there's no weight class. And the way I understand it, am I reading that right? No weight class?
Well, we do have weight classes. We do have weight classes just like the UFC: 135, 145, 155, 170, 185, and so on. But this particular show, this one is an absolute weight class, open weight. So there is no weight. We have some big guys. We have some guys that are 265 pounds, and we have guys that are 180 pounds.
Wow, and the each fight is a 10-minute time limit, right? 10 minutes, is that right?
Each fight is a 10-minute time limit, and if there's no submission in those 10 minutes, then we take it into overtime rounds. They're kind of like extra innings.
Yeah, that's great.
And both competitors have a shot at each other's back.
Well, it really is sudden death because if you lose, you're out, right? Single elimination. You're eliminated. You don't even be eliminated one time. So single elimination means every match is a must-win if you want to advance and make the money.
Exactly, and it's winner take all. Only the winner gets paid, and all this was designed to limit stalling, to make stalling and holding work against the competitors. So not only is it winner take all, but the winner, obviously, if it's a 16-man tournament, has to win 4 matches to win the whole thing. And he only gets paid on the matches he won in regulation. So each match is worth $12,500. So if the winner wins 1 match in regulation and 3 matches in overtime, he gets $12,500. If he wins 2 in overtime and 2 in regulation, obviously $25,000. If he wins all of them in regulation, he'll get $50,000.
Nice payday. Nice payday. Yeah. So the sense of urgency to beat your opponent and make him tap out in regulation is keen.
Yes. Everything is geared to that. Everything is geared for urgency.
I love it. That's great. Folks, it's a great TV vehicle. It's something you haven't seen before. It's exclusively on pay-per-view Sunday, April 24th. Circle that date on your calendar. You can order it by all the normal means. The easiest way that I'm suggesting you to do it is to download for free the FITE, FITE TV app, and then if you got a smart device like a smartphone, a tablet, smart TV, like I got Apple TV at my house, so I can watch the pay-per-view through the FITE app on my big screen TV and just love the hell out of it because there's definitive. We don't have to worry as fans on screwy damn judging. They're going to solve it. They're going to solve all their issues right there in a way that men do physically.
Yeah, the ref has very little to do with the outcome of the match, if anything at all. I mean, the ref doesn't even have to pay attention, really. And I wanted to point out too that it's like I said, Sunday, April 24th. It's at 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Correct. Yeah, that's going to be at the Orpheum Theater in Los Angeles.
Yes.
For those that might be in the L.A. area, I guess you're still selling tickets, right, Eddie?
Yeah, they're selling faster than ever before. This is, our biggest show by far. It's in downtown L.A. the Orpheum Theater. You can get tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
Cool. There you go, man. So, folks, there you have it. I highly recommend that you watch this program. I will be watching it for sure. I love the fact that things are settled on the mat, man to man, and somebody's and the last guy that can make his opponent tap is going to walk out of there with a lot of money. So it's only one winner, and you don't make any money for second place. So it's
nothing.
All about winning. Hey, Eddie, thanks a lot. We will tune in. It's going to be great, and we'll continue to tout this event that I think people will love. If you're a fan of mixed martial arts and combat sports, and you like tournaments, I love tournaments because you always know where it's going. It's episodic in nature, right? It's you know what's going on. So it's
and you can watch. We have 5 previous events. This one Sunday, April 24th, is EBI 6. EBI 1 through 5 is available on UFC Fight Pass. You can go back and watch all those events there. All of them are spectacular.
That's outstanding. Great information, Eddie. Thank you very much. Good luck, and we'll be watching, man.
Okay, man. See ya.
Okay.
Thank you.